The features of this land allotment system, actually, it minimizes the gap between government and the investor. Also provide consistent and uniform experience to all, whether they are sitting in one place or other. It also, in terms of presentation standards, layout, as well as without even visiting our parks, they can identify what are the facilities available, and they can visually also see the things in terms of layouts, and also the what all facilities available based on filters, and they can decide. Then third is, it also discourages investors visiting our offices, and it's all paperless system. We have a real-time tracking of investors at a click of the button. Application can be tracked, and more than that, we have facilities available for industrial plots based on requirement. They have advanced searches available based on which investors can decide which plot they need to choose, as well as they can also see the neighbors who all are around them before taking that decision. Then we have committed time-bound land allotment process, which is under Public Service Guarantee Act. Now, what we have done is, if the investment in plant and machinery is more than, we are allowing auto generation of letter of intent. If it is less than 10 crores, then we have given 7 days for our regional officers to see whether the investment and the land which they are claiming is in line with the department's policy, as well as in line with the way we wanted development in that place. And we have integrated this with Aadhaar-based digital signature on which is also system in digital signature on system-generated documents. The integration of payment gateway with multiple payment gateways with all departments have been done with. It also uses graphical interface, as well as so the user can better understand and also experience the plots. Then it also consistent design of web pages with impressive look and feel, and also it gives easy interface. We have also provided the user will receive SMS and email based alerts, as well as he will have his own page in our portal, which he can use for future reference as well. Also support multi-layer GIS map, and we have flexibility to add more layers as per the requirement. We are also evaluating the option of asking our people and the investor to go to the registration department. We are trying to simplify so that in the same portal, the stamp duty can be collected and the registered deed can be sent. The process flow is, the investor, he has to basically he has to register, basic registration of the investor in our portal. Registration is done. The plot, he will be shown what all the plots available. He can choose based on advanced search or basic. In this, all the parts details will be given, and advanced search can be based on whatever he want, what type of industry-wise he can search. Once he has decided, he has to digitally sign and pay the advance payment, a small amount. Then it is up to then it is sent to our regional office, where lead executive directors digitally sign. If it is about 10 crore, it will automatically digitally signed and issued LOI. If it is less, then 7 days time they will take and review the project, as then decide the land. Once it is decided, the investor will have the option of 60 days within which he can pay. He can pay next day also the full amount. He will be getting the demand note. Then once it is paid, then GPS, the plot again on the spot survey is done, and then with that map, digitally signed lease deed is registered, signed. Then it is sent to the register, and it is registered. It is registered. The possession of over of the land to the investor is done. Actually, this is our portal's front end. where investor have to fill his basic information for registering with his mobile number and the email ID, which we uses for future reference as well. The investor receives password on the registered mobile number and as well as in email. Then he has to fill mandatory details about his bank account details, and it's verified. Once he has to save, then once bank detail is done, actually such he will see a PDF of such. Once he full integrity, and then he agrees on terms and conditions, he will get a page for him where he then from here onwards he can, if you want to book a new plot, then he or this is a dummy. So earlier also many plots were booked. So in this, therefore new plots, he can select new plot. It will take him to the front page of our portal where different layers he can filter the layers or which HT line or 11 kVA or 33 kVA line or light pole, on based on what so many parameters are there. There he can choose which all he requires in his area, or he can go through legends and instructions so that he can see it and visualize what is available in that particular part. It's all the different colors. We have color coded given for, because we in this way we now allow only our industrial land to be booked. We don't allow commercial and residential in this system because these are given based on auction basis. And in basic search, we have so many developed industrial area. If an investor particularly knows about the place of the park, he can choose the park, proceed. If he doesn't know, or if he wanted details, then he has to move to advanced search, where he can select regions of Madhya Pradesh where then developed or vacant book. All these parameters he can choose based on plot size and other. This will give him clear. It will match him with what is required. Take to such a place in that park. It will take you to the color coded where, and he can view the plot as well. During viewing, as well as if he moves through the mouse in these above the plots, if the plots are booked, which company is around can be seen. And once this amount is added to the cart, plot is added, he can go to book, show the base land cost as well as development charge, as well as all the fees related to the same. Now, since we have red zone industries where this allotment is not allowed, so we have given if they are doing all this, then they have to then the booking process won't allow to move to the next stage. If these industries given below are not there, then he can move to the booking process. Booking process, you have to give proposed activity, employment, how much labor he will be using, then what are the power load, then water consumption, then also plant and machinery cost, shed as and total investment is done. Then it will take you to the total amount which he has to pay. It will take to a PDF where he has to e-sign and submit. The OTP is generated. Once OTP is filled, he has to sign digitally and he can proceed for payment. Is the payment, multiple payment options available with him. He can or online payment, net banking. He can download the payment receipt there itself. This is from our departmental side. We have an internal departmental system where the executive director or the person in charge of allotment of land can log in, and from his account he can access application in his region. Then he has to, if it is less than 10 crores, he have to go through the project, what they are going to do, what is the investment in plant and machinery. Then he has to give approval, approved. Then he can proceed the approved for LOI. Then automatic in machinery investment above 10 crores, automatic LOI is generated where the department's role is limited. Where it is less than 10 crores, it will come to the officer who in terms have to approve the LOI. Approval also, he will receive a OTP, so that we kept this system controlled. We know who is the person who approved it. Then the remaining payment, how much he has to pay for getting handing over of the plot is generated. This reflect in the investors portal, investors login, and user will proceed with the department user will also that amount is paid. Then the investor can decide which date he wants the joint survey and possession of the land. That we allow them to give 3 dates. Now we have limited that within 15 days, these 3 dates have to be given for that land can be handed over to you. The survey is done, if the GIS survey is again done to the land, and that land survey is uploaded in our system in the shape file. Once that is uploaded, then if the land is more than what already he has paid, another payments will be generated for little bit that changed amount. If the land is less than what he has paid, then automatically the remaining amount which is paid will be returned back to the investor, because all these joint survey and other things are done jointly, and in front of them these files are uploaded. Once all payments are made, then the execution of lease deed comes. Within that execution of lease deed have to be done within 7 days.